Tyler Perry, one of Hollywood's most powerful media moguls, a man who built a billion-dollar empire from scratch, is now at the center of an earth-shaking $260 million lawsuit. Filed by actor Derek Dixon, known for his role in Perry's hit television drama The Oval, the lawsuit is packed with disturbing allegations of sexual harassment, assault, career blackmail, and emotional abuse. This isn't just a legal battle. It's a potentially career-ending scandal that could forever change how we view one of America's most celebrated figures in entertainment. In this video, we're diving deep into the lawsuit's claims, the legal strategies on both sides, the evidence being presented, and how this could play out in court and the court of public opinion. Stick around because what we're about to uncover will shock you. WHO is Derek Dixon, the man taking on Tyler Perry? Derek Dixon is not a household name, but he's been steadily climbing the ladder in Hollywood. Most notably, he played a recurring role in The Oval, a series created, written, and directed by Tyler Perry himself. On the surface, it seemed like Dixon was living the dream, working under one of the biggest creators in the game. But behind the scenes, he claims, that dream quickly became a nightmare. According to court filings, Derek alleges that between 2020 and 2022, he was subjected to repeated sexual harassment and assault by Perry. He describes a toxic environment where professional boundaries were allegedly blurred by coercive power plays. And when he tried to say no, he says his character on The Oval was suddenly in jeopardy, and his Hollywood opportunities began to vanish. Dixon claims he ultimately felt so cornered that he had no choice but to quit, resulting in lost wages amounting to nearly $400,000. A significant loss for any actor trying to establish their career in a competitive industry. But the lawsuit doesn't just focus on financial loss. It paints a disturbing picture of systemic abuse and manipulation by someone at the very top. The lawsuit outlines a series of explosive accusations. At the heart of the case is the claim that Tyler Perry engaged in quid pro quo sexual harassment, in simpler terms, that he allegedly offered career advancement in exchange for sexual compliance. Specifically, Dixon alleges that Perry made it clear his character on The Oval would only survive if he agreed to certain sexual demands. It doesn't stop there. The documents detail allegations of unwanted touching, groping, and even an attempted forced sexual encounter. In a particularly disturbing revelation, Dixon claims that after one such incident, Perry actually apologized, but not in a way that acknowledged wrongdoing. Instead, he allegedly told Dixon he should have resisted harder. Dixon says the retaliation came fast and quiet. Despite early success on The Oval, he was allegedly pushed out, isolated from production, and ultimately pressured to resign, costing him his role, his income, and potentially his entire trajectory in the entertainment world. What separates this lawsuit from many others is the reported existence of hard evidence. According to sources close to the case, Dixon has submitted text messages that appear to show Perry making explicit comments and pressuring him. While the messages haven't been released publicly yet, legal insiders say they could be damning if verified. Even more compelling are Dixon's therapy records, which allegedly document his emotional and psychological struggles in real time, including references to the harassment and abuse he says he endured. Mental health professionals often play a critical role in these types of cases, as contemporaneous notes can help establish patterns of trauma and corroborate victim testimony. These records may provide powerful support for Dixon's legal team, especially if they show consistency with the timeline and details of his claims. Together, these pieces of evidence could give his case significant weight, especially in a California court system that has grown increasingly responsive to abuse of power cases post-#MeToo. Tyler Perry's legal team has not taken these allegations lightly. His attorney, Matthew Boyd, came out swinging, calling the lawsuit a complete fabrication, and labeling it a scam. In a strongly worded statement, Boyd accused Dixon of trying to exploit Perry's wealth and fame, claiming this is nothing more than a cash grab dressed up in scandalous accusations. Perry himself has not made a direct public statement, but the legal filings suggest he intends to fight this case aggressively. Insiders close to the filmmaker say he views these claims as deeply personal and entirely false, and that he's ready to take the matter all the way to trial if necessary. This combative response signals that unlike other Hollywood figures who have opted to quietly settle to avoid further embarrassment, Perry may be preparing for a full-scale legal and media war, one that could stretch over several years and dominate headlines throughout. Dixon's lawsuit isn't just about one isolated event. It includes 10 separate causes of action, ranging from sexual battery and civil rights coercion under California's Bain Act, to intentional infliction of emotional distress. The scope of the case is enormous, and the financial damages sought reflect that, a staggering $260 million in total. Legal experts have weighed in. Attorney Nemo Romani, speaking to Law and Crime, noted that while the delay in reporting could be used by Perry's team to cast doubt, the presence of documented messages and therapy logs could significantly bolster the plaintiff's position. Cases like these often hinge on two factors: credibility and evidence. If Dixon's claims hold up under scrutiny, this could be one of the most consequential lawsuits in Hollywood history. Romani also pointed out that even though the case was filed in state court, Perry's team could attempt to move it to federal court, potentially prolonging the timeline. From start to finish, we could be looking at 18 to 24 months before this even reaches a jury, unless a confidential settlement happens first. Is this Tyler Perry's Weinstein moment? The most shocking element of this entire story might be the direct comparison made in the lawsuit between Tyler Perry and disgraced figures like Harvey Weinstein and Diddy. These aren't names you throw around lightly in a legal context. The claim is that Perry, like those men, allegedly used his position of immense power to control, coerce, and silence people beneath him. If this lawsuit gains traction, it could mark the beginning of a larger reckoning. Will other actors or crew members come forward with similar stories? Could this expose a broader culture of silence within Perry's studios or productions? Hollywood has seen how quickly reputations can collapse when one person comes forward and others follow. If Dixon's story resonates with others in the industry, this could turn into something much bigger than a single lawsuit. It could become a movement. Public opinion is already deeply split. Many fans are in disbelief, struggling to reconcile the image of Tyler Perry, a man known for uplifting messages, faith-based films, and philanthropy, with these dark, disturbing accusations. Others are already calling for accountability, arguing that no amount of fame should shield someone from justice. Social media has exploded with debates, think pieces, and fan reactions. Some believe this is a targeted attack meant to bring down a successful black mogul. Others believe this could be the tip of the iceberg and are demanding full transparency. The court of public opinion is in session, and it may prove just as powerful as the actual courtroom. What happens next, and why this case matters? The next few months will be crucial. Perry's legal team is expected to file motions to dismiss or move the case out of California. Dixon's team will likely push for discovery, seeking to reveal communications, internal emails, and possibly statements from other cast or crew. If this reaches trial, expect fireworks. But beyond the legal drama, this case asks bigger questions. How much power is too much? Can Hollywood truly reform itself? Or are we destined to keep seeing the same patterns of abuse and cover-up play out again and again? Whether you believe Derek Dixon or support Tyler Perry, one thing is certain: this lawsuit will change the conversation around power, privilege, and accountability in the entertainment world. We'll be following every twist and turn in this case, so if you want the truth, not just the headlines, hit that subscribe button. This story is far from over, and as more evidence comes out, we'll be here to break it down with clarity, fairness, and hard facts. Comment below. Do you believe this is the fall of a media empire, or a smear campaign against one of Hollywood's biggest success stories? Stay informed, stay curious, and stay safe.